Hey guys, what's up? Scottish Duck here once again. And yes, I know. Aye. But what I lack in beard, I make up for in dirty towels, friggin' permanent marker stains on the wall that I can't be arsed telling how that got there. And of course, games. Yeah, we got a nice wee haul here actually. So, let's just get right into it, shall we? I'll start off with the new ones here, just a couple of Switch games, really, and a PS5 game, but yeah. Illusion Island, or I guess the full name is like Disney Illusion Island. Now, this game, I saw it in like the Nintendo Direct, whatever one that was like featured in, and I kind of like had quite a reaction when I saw it, because it was a Mickey Mouse platformer game with the word illusion in it. And I just thought, oh fuck, is this like meant to be the same as like, you know, Castle of Illusion or World of Illusion, you know, those two like games on the Mega Drive? Because playing Mickey Mouse games on the Mega Drive was honestly like a huge fucking childhood like pleasure of mine. You know, I used to play like Mickey Mania, Castle of Illusion, even like Quackshot as well. Oh, it was wonderful shit, you know. So I thought, oh, that's in that same vein. It's not really. I feel like they just put the word illusion in the title to get at folk like me, quite frankly, because it's a Metroidvania game, but it's also like a 4-player simultaneous platformer, and it's also Rayman Legends. Okay, that's pretty much the game. I beat it in one sitting, not very difficult. It's alright. I didn't think it was anything like fantastic. You know, it's yeah, it's got a weird structure to it, because like I said, it's a Metroidvania, but you don't really get like anything to sort of like beef yourself up. You don't really feel too overpowered the more you go through it. You know, when you're playing like, you know, like a Metroid or Castlevania or any other fucking game, the Metroid game, you find like life power-ups or little like buffs and shit that make you like feel like you're getting stronger all the time. That feeling's not really in this game, and I feel like it kind of hurts because of it. But it's still an alright platformer. You know, the cutscenes are a lot of fun. I played as Donald Duck. Of course I fucking played as Donald Duck. Who else would I have played as other than Donald Duck? But yeah, other than that, not too much to say. What I will say is, though, whenever you get like a new ability in this game, each of the 4 characters, you know, Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Goofy, they all get like their own little unique item to help pull it off. And when you get the wall kick ability, Donald Duck has a plunger. Alright? That's a Quackshot reference, I like that, so yeah. Disney Illusion Island, there we go. And next we have Pikmin 4. Holy shit, right. Not played this one yet, not at all. Heard very good things though. Apparently this is like one of like the best Pikmin ever, you know? Pikmin's like a series, you know, it's that I've got a lot of franchises like this that I'm like pretty much purely neutral on, you know, like I always play the games when they come out. Don't necessarily like replay them, don't necessarily spend a lot of time thinking about them, but whenever there's a new one, I'll always pick up. So yeah, like I said, need to get round to it. You know, it looks like good stuff. And let me just shut this. There we go. That's better. Right, next up we've got, speaking of a franchise that I'm pretty neutral on, Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. I've yet to really properly sit down and play this, actually. I got it on the Switch digitally, and I picked it up in a Steam sale digitally. But I was just sort of like looking at my games and realised, oh fuck, I don't actually own Banana Mania physically yet. You know? I own Banana Blitz HD physically, but no Banana Mania. So it was like, right, I should probably fix that. So yeah, I got it there now. Like I said, Monkey Ball, it's not really something I go nuts over, or bananas over, if you will. But it's fun, you know, it is fun. And I do need to sit down and properly play this. And, you know, Kiryu's in it, so there's that. Right, time for some retro shit. Now, I'll tell you this, guys. I had, like, this weird surge of, like, PS2 nostalgia recently. And not necessarily, like, games that I loved when I was a kid. You know, I pretty much have all of those. But I was thinking of, like, random demo discs, I guess. And, like, games that I played, like, on demo discs that I don't own anymore. Like, or that I never owned, you know? And I was just like, I just thought of a few and I was just like, how much are they on eBay? And I just went for some. So, yeah. Here we have Dog's Life. I mean, you all played this. I think this was kind of, like, popular when it came out. It's apparently in the Guinness Book of World Records because there's one voice actor that has, like, 30 roles in this game, and that's the world record, you know, most characters voiced in a single game. But yeah, this is basically like a Banjo-Kazooie style collectathon platformer, I guess you could call it. You go around collecting bones and doing other dog stuff like smelling shit, interacting with other dogs, you know. No real like combat or whatever, and you're just trying to like avoid like dog catchers, all that, or like digging up shit. You know, it's a charming little game. I'll say that. You know, I did end up finishing this one. But yeah, I played the demo back in the day, and just remember just thinking it was cool. You know, I played the demo quite a few times, so yeah, Dog's Life it's alright. It's good shit. Right now, this one kind of intrigues me, right? Because I played the demo of this. Okay, look, My Street. Who remembers this? My Street. Okay, what this basically is, right? I think I've not even played it that much to really confirm, but what this is a sort of like online-centric game. It apparently has a story mode. No idea what that is. Where you customize like a kid who lives on like a cul-de-sac, and you interact with all the other kids on the street, and you play like games with each other, and that's the online. You know, you find like a mini game, and you connect with like 4 other players, and you play it, right? Now, here's the thing, though, right? When I played the demo of this, guys, I distinctly remember walking around, like, the cul-de-sac, you know, in the game, as the kid I'd customized, and just had, like, the biggest grin on my face. I don't know what it was. It was such a cozy... Is that the right word I'm trying to say here? A cozy little game? I don't know. Maybe it was something about the environment, something about, like, the... It was just something I was smiling at the whole time, and I remember taking it to my cousin's house, letting them play the demo, and they were like laughing. And it wasn't like a haha funny laugh. It was like, oh my god, this is amazing. Sorry, they had the same like sort of feel. No idea what it was. Maybe I'm a better adult now. But like I said, so I grabbed this. Can't play it online anymore though, but it does apparently have like a friggin' single player story. I feel like I will have to like play it, but what a weird game that sort of like sticks out to me. Yeah, but anyway. Also, got a question for y'all. I bought these 2 games quite close to each other, alright? And I actually went back and checked. Turns out I bought them from the exact same seller. Freak coincidence. I was just searching eBay and they just happened to be from the same seller. But they've got these stickers on the side. Look at this. Only on PS2. And they're only on PS2. But you know, they've been put on by stickers here, and these stickers kind of look familiar to me. Does anybody know where these stickers are from? Like, what shop put these on their, side of their PS2 games? Anybody know? I don't know, but, anyway, that's My Street. Right, now next we got, I'll just introduce these 2 at the same time. We got ourselves Frequency and Amplitude. Now, these are both games in the same series. Amplitude is the sequel to Frequency. Amplitude was the only one I played, right? I was big into, like, rhythm games at the time, or as me and my pal used to call them, Bimani games, you know, because that's what they were called. They were called Bimani games in Japan. We heard that term in, like, a magazine and wouldn't stop using it. And I was like, oh, I like Bimani games. Binami, that's it, yeah. So, yeah, I always knew about Frequency, but didn't really give a shit until Amplitude came out. And I don't know where my copy of Amplitude went. And the thing is, this is sealed. I didn't realize it when I bought it, actually, but it's sealed, and I kind of don't want to open it. But this is the one that I've got the most, you know, nostalgic for. It's basically Guitar Hero, which makes perfect sense, because it's made by Harmonix. You know, this is what they made before they went on to make fucking Guitar Hero. And then Activision took it off them, and then they went on to make a Rock Band. So those guys know they're sort of like rhythm action, you know. So I'm surprised you don't hear too many people talk about Frequency and Amplitude, to be honest. But yeah, it's basically like a Guitar Hero game, but you're using like 3 buttons to the beat and shit, and you have to like switch between different lanes of different instruments and stuff, and you know, get a high score, all that bollocks. It's fun, you know. And Amplitude was like online, and I remember going online with it back in the day. I came across one guy that was playing it at the time, because this was probably like a year, 2 years after it came out. One guy was online, and we were chatting with the game's like in-game text thing. I found out he was from Australia, right? And we said, let's play a song, and he said, are you okay with like extreme, or whatever the name of like the highest difficulty was at the time? And I was like, sure. He thrashed me. He was clearly a dude that just was online all the time with the game, you know, absolutely thrashed me. So, yeah, there we go, Amplitude. Right, next we have, see if I can do this like Cadicrus here. Fuck. I can't even do it. Anyway, A Bug's Life. You know that little spinny thing that Cadicrus does in these videos with the PS1 cases? Yeah, Bug's Life for the PS1. Now, I only bought this for one reason, okay? It's because it was made by, will this focus in on the logo? It's right in there. Traveler's Tales, and it's got that classic Traveler's Tales logo of the Traveler with the sort of like traveling sack, the mouse thing. And yeah, I just like, I don't know, I was sort of like looking at Traveler's Tales Wikipedia page and I just saw this and I'm like, you know what, I need to try this out because I loved like Toy Story, on the Mega Drive by Traveler's Tales, that was a great game. Toy Story 2 where he plays like Buzz Lightyear, also a great game. So I thought, alright, let's pick up A Bug's Life, fuck it, let's see what we get with this. And it's funny, right, this actually just happened just the other night there. I was streaming and someone just randomly asked me, because I'd already bought this game when they asked me this, right? And it wasn't here yet. But they just randomly asked me, Duck, will you said something to the extent of, will you please make my dream come true and play Finding Nemo on the GameCube on the stream one time? And I'm like, I'll probably never play that. But then I immediately thought of like A Bug's Life and how Traveler's Tales kinda does like the Pixar video games. And I was immediately like, hold on a minute, and I just checked Wikipedia, and sure enough, Traveler's Tales made Finding Nemo. And I kind of freaked out on stream. I was like, fuck! I think I am going to have to buy it. Fuck! But not right now. We'll see. But yeah, anything with that old Traveler's Tales logo on it, I'm pretty much don't mind having. So yeah, I don't know if I'll ever even fucking play this. I might, because Traveler's Tales were like on top of their game when they were having that logo, you know. But whatever. There you go. A Bug's Life. And lastly, you guys might appreciate this. A couple of PS3 games. Me and a friend were talking about... I'm gonna have to say it. Can't believe I fucking have these now. Ratchet and Clank All for One and Ratchet and Clank Q-Force. Now, this was kind of a dark era for this franchise, wouldn't you agree? Cracking Tide came out, was wonderful. We got this, like, afterwards, and it was a 4-player co-op, and they made Ratchet and the characters look like shit. I was not a fan. I was not a fan at all. But, you know, things are looking good right now. We got Rift Apart a couple of years ago there. It's just come to Steam. And then, well, actually, no, it was, what happened... When was the timeline? These two came out, they were shite. Then we got like Into the Nexus, which was pretty good, you know. But then we got the movie, and it was like, oh god, that kind of downfall again. But now things are good again, so it's fine. But yeah, a 4-player co-op shooting game, and a friggin' like tower defense game. I just was not a fan of this direction they were taking the series at this point. But I've never played them, never once, never touched a controller with these games in them. And yeah, as I said earlier, you know, me and a pal were just talking. We were talking about Rift Apart on, like, Steam and that. And I just had this brilliant idea of, like, you know what? Let's both make our tier list of Ratchet and Clank games. And I made my own tier list. And I had to exclude these games because I've never fucking played them. And it just stuck in my mind. It's like, you know what? Enough time has passed. Time to push the resentment in my heart. Let's buy these two Ratchet and Clank games that I'm not particularly fond of. So, yeah. I think that's every Ratchet and Clank game, like, outside of, like, really obvious, like, shite ones, like, the mobile game and whatnot. Yeah, I have, like, Size Mars and Secret Agent Clank. I actually kind of like those games. I know those games have their detractors, but Secret Agent Clank, you know, I like that one a lot, actually. Need to stream it. But, yeah, that's that, guys. I am probably gonna go for a phase where I'm not gonna try and buy a lot. There's actually quite a few games coming out in the next few months that will be on to Game Pass that I can just play, you know, without having to spend 50 quid on them, which is appreciated. Thank you, Microsoft. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, that's that, guys. See you after. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.